everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 444 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer, and this is a sample that I got in my April Ipsy bag. So if you want to see my April Ipsy unbagging, I will link that down below. But you can also get this at Ulta, and the full-size version retails for $30. And it claims to be very hydrating, it's cruelty-free. It contains jojoba and grapeseed extract to moisturize, and it also contains coconut to smooth the skin. So I definitely have dry skin, and I just cleansed my face and I did not apply a moisturizer because I really wanted to test if this is actually hydrating. And so my skin is feeling uncomfortably dry because I always need to apply a moisturizer right away. So we're really going to be able to tell how hydrating this is. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit. I'm going to start out with just a little dollop onto my fingers. Oh, it's a pretty thin liquid formula. It's kind of runny. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Oh yeah, this thin formula makes it so that it spreads very easily, and a little bit can go quite a long way. But I want to be able to give this a full review, so I'm not going to be too stingy with it. Let's see, does this have a scent? It has the slightest bit of a scent, but really nothing that I'm noticing, which I'm kind of surprised by. But that's not a bad thing. But this basically feels like I'm applying a lotion to my face. Wow, I'm really dry around my eyebrows today, which that's a new place for me to feel like my skin is dry. Usually it's like on my chin, but for some reason like the temples of my face today and my eyebrows are really dry. It's so random. But okay, my skin is feeling so relieved now. It feels like I just applied a nice moisturizing lotion like I tend to do after all of my showers. It feels like I just moisturized my face again. So I wouldn't say that it's tacky, but it definitely has a little bit of a stick to my skin right now, which is good for a primer. That'll help grab the foundation. But I am really loving how my skin is feeling right now. It really does feel hydrated, moisturized, and very comfortable. So now I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. And I always say this when I try out this foundation, so I'm sorry if you've heard me say this tons and tons of times, but in case you haven't heard it before, I love to use this e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation when I review primers because it's a very standard foundation where it doesn't have skin enhancing benefits, so therefore I can really tell how my skin looks underneath, which is why I really like to use this foundation when reviewing primers so that I can tell how my skin actually looks. Because this foundation, if my skin is dry, you'll be able to see it because it will kind of cling to the dry patches on my face. But so far, the foundation is applying so nicely on top of this primer. It's really applying like so even, it's easy to blend, which is definitely due in part to how hydrated and moisturized my skin is. I feel like the foundation is blending out more, like a little bit is going a long way, because I still have foundation left on the back of my hand, and sometimes when I take the 2 pumps of this foundation, it's not enough to cover my entire face, but I feel like it was more than enough this time. Okay, my foundation is applied and I am so happy with how this primer is performing. I am very obsessed with the Smashbox primerizer, and I feel like this is just as good. It did the same thing. So if you want to see my review on the primerizer, I will link that down below. But I love that this Tarte Base Tape Primer is basically a moisturizer and a primer in one, because my skin right now looks so hydrated and moisturized. Where I was dry, the foundation is looking perfectly smooth. It doesn't look like there's dry skin underneath at all. And the foundation is just looking so smooth and perfected. I have large pores along my cheeks and nose, and my skin is looking very smooth there. The foundation is sitting really nicely on top of my pores. And I feel like the finish of my makeup and my skin right now is matte to normal. So it's not looking very dewy, glowy. It's definitely more on the matte side, but it doesn't look dry at all. So I really like the finish to my makeup as well. And I am just loving how you can get so up close and the makeup looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't even look like I have foundation on, which is amazing, and that's my goal when I wear a full face of foundation. I don't want it to look like I have caked on makeup, and it seriously looks like the perfect texture. I am so happy and so excited about this. This is a primer that I am going to use up completely and most likely end up purchasing the full-size product. That's how much I love this. Like, my skin looks so perfect, and this is how I want my skin to look like all the time. And therefore, I need to wear this all the time, because this foundation does not always look this amazing. It really is because of this primer right here. So I am so glad that I have this in my collection now. I highly recommend it, and if you've tried this before, definitely let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on it. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.